Alrighty, pot lickers. So you're thinking about a Lynx or a skidoo. Now here's the big differences between the two. Now this probably is the wrong skidoo. I should probably bring the MXZ in here, which is the actual competitor to the Lynx Rave. If you don't know, these are both BRP products. They both use the same motors, the same everything. The big difference, body panels are different, and suspension. Lynx basically takes Skidoo's chassis, motor, Skidoo sends them that, and then they put everything else on. If you see, even the seat's different. But the only thing different from my backcountry to say an MXZ is going to be your front end. Your front end's wider like the Lynx, and the track length. But that's not a big deal. We'll go over that yet. So if we start up front, you can see Skidoo got the bumblebee eyes, Lynx doesn't. But these are actually the same exact headlights. Inside the bumblebee eyes is those headlights there. You can see, same exact headlights. Skidoo just puts a cover lens over them. Most of this up front is the same windshield, same handguards, just different labels. But if you actually look at the body panels, Lynx kind of goes as a V. Skidoo is just, well, Skidoo. It kind of does a V, but not as dramatic as that. Shocks are a big one. You get the KYB 46 series, which are not available on Skidoo. I think maybe the competition has these, but no other sled that Skidoo makes. Like this is the XRX that has the KYB 36 Pros. But you can tell like your front end bumper situation here is vastly different than this. The MXZs do have a little black body panel that go on here. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a little body panel they put on there. And it actually gets a little fin on the top. But other than that, this is identical to an MXZ. Another big difference is going to be the hand guards, or the actual handlebar system. I believe it's the same diameter handlebar, but what the difference is the grips. Like this, pretty big grip, okay? Same size hole, fits over this, and you got a lot of wiggle room. These are tiny little grips. I wasn't sure how I was gonna like them. I actually really like them. Another big thing, Lynx's brakes. Lynx uses a 4-piston brake caliper and a big-ass rotor. Skidoo uses a single piston with a tiny little brake rotor. Now, if you got the competition, you got a dual piston. But this 4-piston on here, way better than that. Now, other than the backcountry, the free ride, and the summit, you do not get pull start on a Skidoo. You can add it. It's like $200 for the recoil set, but you still won't have the cutout in the panel there. Lynx puts it on from factory. This has a starter and a battery. They still put the pull start on it. This sled has shot start. Shot start should be standard on all sleds, in my opinion. Fuck a starter system. But what makes this sled so much different than the MXZ? Like, if you got an MXZ XRS, this sled is still better. You get your little feet guards here, standard. You get heated helmet, standard. Skidoo, you have to add all this shit. I think that's bullshit. But what makes this sled fuck, and I mean this sled fucks, is this rear suspension. Lynx rear suspension is not connected. It's a decoupled design, so the front shock on this rear and the rear shock work independently. So it kind of makes the track, when you go over whoops, bend and flex and give you a very comfortable ride. The MXZ with the R motion does not do that. The R motion is designed to keep the front end down. Lynx is designed to help the front end hover. And this rear suspension fucks. It reminds me a lot of the backcountry C motion. It's similar, but not the same. With Skidoo, the only other sleds that are decoupled like Lynx is the Freeride and Summit. This is C motion. It's similar, but it's vastly different. It's still connected. But this sled on whoops, also way better than the R motion. But like I said, the R motion is meant for cornering, not fucking whoops and going fast or anything. But Skidoo's T motion, mountain sled. That's kind of what the Lynx is based off of. It's based off of mountain sleds. Lynx also gives you reinforced rails, just like the backcountry XRS. I believe the MXZ competition has reinforced rails, but the XRS don't. That don't make fucking sense to me at all. And obviously the seat's different from Skidoo to Lynx, and the rear taillights are different, Lynx and Skidoo. But other than that, they're mostly the same sleds. you do pay more for Lynx. If you don't know, Lynx is actually a Finland sled. The Finnish built this sled. It comes straight from Finland, which is a reason why you pay a little more. Or skidoo is Canadian, eh? But other than that, they're very similar. But like how the body panels come off, that's a big difference. If you don't know skidoo, you just pop these two tabs here, and it opens like that. With Lynx, you pop this tab, and you got two rubber grommets here, one there, and the whole side panel actually comes off as one unit. So it all depends what you're into. Personally, I like the side panel coming off. The only time I actually flip it open is to fill oil, and it still gets in the way to fill oil. So I'm kind of glad that we kind of went away from that. Basically, if you are a rider, a hard rider, Lynx is the better option. If you're a 40-mile-an-hour rider, why do you have a 2-stroke? Get a 4-stroke. But if you're like a soccer rider, just getting into riding, skidoo is the better option. Skidoo also has cheaper options. The cheapest Lynx starts at like $18,000. I got this for $19,000 out the door with the $850. This sled's MSRP is about $23,000. But I bought it off the lot and got one hell of a deal, which is the only reason I ended up with this Lynx. But yeah, the Backcountry XRS, I got it for $17,600 out the door.